Hi everybody, welcome to the Dance Party 247 podcast. You've got myself, DJ MV, DJ T and DJ Wongy. And today we are going to be talking about the new restrictions that was handed out by Boris Johnson today. Right, as everybody knows, Mr. Boris Johnson has added restrictions to the current situation that we've been in after coming out of a full lockdown into, I suppose it's called what? It's like a part lockdown sort of restrictions. I don't know how they're kind of wording it. But now the pubs, bars, anywhere social like that, entertainment has to be closed by 10 o'clock, doesn't it? Myself and T was talking about this earlier and how this is going to impact DJs moving forward for the rest of the year in regards to, you've got Christmas. Obviously, it's a massive time for DJs and New Year's as well. And with the current extension all the way through till March, I believe. I think I am right.
Up to 6 months.
Yeah, so we've got 3 months left till Christmas, obviously, and New Year's. And then another 3 months on top of that. So from our point of view as a radio station, we're not going to really notice any difference because we're still doing our thing no matter what happens. But if you want to play out, you want to do nights, it's not. I don't think it's going to happen personally for at least another 6 to 12 months. It's going to be that long, I believe.
Well, DJs haven't had. I mean, those DJs that have played out have had restricted noise levels. They have like seating only. The music is just a level of conversation level. Yes, you might have earned some money. Yes, you might have played out, but it's not really DJing as we know it. I don't know how much fun you'd have had in that kind of environment. Certainly nowhere near as fun as jamming the dance floor, or if you knew a residency, as well as making the bar a good turnover for that night. Then it's no. You want a full dance floor, don't you? You want to be able to DJ properly.
Yeah, definitely.
It's really happened for the majority of DJs.
You pass my charger.
I mean, half the fun of the DJing is when you can see your crowd and they're reacting to what you're playing. So it can't be fun at all, can it?
Well, it would be fun, but it's not going to be what it used to be, is it? It's like, even if you're going out as someone who's going out partying, it's not going to be the same, is it?
No. It does help, Envy, if you decided to do a podcast and actually look down the camera rather than looking across your room when you speak.
No, what happened was there was a bit of wire hanging out, and I could see it out the corner of my eye, and it was really getting on my nerves.
So I mean, yeah, for even for just the people who want to go out, it's you think when it comes around to Christmas, I mean, parties don't really start, or you don't really get going till 8, 9 o'clock at night, do you? Really,
But it's going to be difficult now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, there is no partying, is there?
For the general public, I mean, what are they going to do? They're going to have to start partying at like 10 o'clock in the morning. Time to get going, you're going to be like 6 o'clock in the evening.
Well, that's not too sad, is it?
And you can only do it with 6 of you as well.
Yeah.
Well, again, this is something me and T was talking about earlier, because I have 6 people in my house already, and New Year's Eve we're going to be at our maximum. We ain't going to be able to have anyone round or anything like that. So it's only really people who are single or small family units or couples, they're going to actually be able to go out and actually see other people over Christmas and New Year's.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Because T, you've got 5 in your house, yeah?
Yep. And when the stepdaughter comes back again, she's in a bubble, so we're full in here.
Yeah, I mean, because I thought originally it was 6 from one house and 6 for another. But it's 6 in total, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So it's this Christmas and New Year's is going to be one to remember, but not for the right reasons.
Mm. It's not you will certainly not feel festive, isn't the same way that it has done before.
No, but you know, I'm not going to go to the mother-in-law's without the wife, and the wife ain't going to go without me and the kids. So it's just not going to be feasible for people like us, mate, at all. And there's other people out there, I'm sure.
You have to be kicked out, mate. If you're out to one for a mix, well, your mother-in-law comes over for a visit. Yeah, no problem. I'll see you later.
That's a plan.
I didn't mean to be a mother-in-law joke. It just happened to be you mentioned it.
You know, and there are other people who will be watching this, and I'm sure they'll think, you know, the same as us, who have got large families, who's going to be stuck indoors over Christmas and New Year's because they can't go nowhere.
Same faces you have now, but the same faces you'll see in 6 months' time.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it in a nutshell, isn't it? I mean, that is it, though, isn't it? You know, what can you do?
Admit, I do think they've tried. What's they tried? To take into consideration a little bit of people's mental health. I think that's one of, as well as the economy being a factor for total lockdown, is that this time they can be a little more subtle about it. They know a bit more about this, the situation they're dealing with. But yeah, they're you're looking at the mental side in terms of, obviously, you know, people with depression and all sorts of stuff, you know, illnesses. That it's going to squeeze them a little bit further and a little bit harder, isn't it?
I mean, I can relate to that, as you both know. So if I weren't going out to work every day, mate, I would be in bits, I reckon. I would, because it would be too much to be cooped up in amongst the four walls and having no release at all. You can't mix all day every day, can you? Well, you can actually. Me and T were saying earlier about what Boris has done. We actually think it's quite clever if he's actually thought about it like this, because what he's done is he's issued a curfew on social gathering venues, pubs, clubs, restaurants, all that sort of thing, and people's houses can't have no more than 6. So initially what he's done, this is my opinion, the government have put in place a nationwide curfew to pretty much being out, haven't they?
Yeah. Well, not a lot left open. I mean, got supermarkets and garages. That's about it.
Yeah, but you're not going to go raving down your local supermarket, are you?
No. And if you got kids, if you got people congregating on the street, it's easier for the police to come around and sweep them up, isn't it?
Yeah. So I think what they've done actually is put this in place to get people to actually stay indoors rather than be out like they are at the moment, going out till 1, 2, 3, 5 in the morning. I mean, I drive home from work and I see loads of people. The amount of people out and about, it's madness. So what he's actually done is probably the best thing, isn't it? He's created a curfew without actually saying you're not allowed out.
Well, unfortunately, I think that we've been put in a situation by quite a significant amount of people who have not been able to.
Can I just add something before you go on? We've been put in this situation because of moron people. This is my personal opinion. This is not an opinion of the station. This is my opinion. All these idiots that are going out thinking it's okay to be socialising and being too close, not wearing masks and stuff. All that stuff's got to stop, because if this doesn't work in 6 months, if these cases keep going up and up and up, he will shut the whole country down, because he won't have a choice. And I don't want to be stuck indoors anymore, and I'm sure everyone else don't. But these idiots that are going out and doing this, it's got to stop. It has to stop. And I think it needs to be put quite bluntly. T's going to cut all that out now, isn't he?
No, I was going to say something similar, as in, obviously, there's a section of society that have rebelled against, obviously, the restrictions are put on them and the civil liberties and everything like that, which it is. But that's what happens in a crisis. Now, you can argue whether, you know, people dying of this, that, and the other, but obviously they're trying to keep everything contained. And, you know, it's an evolving situation. It doesn't matter what your opinion is or not. The government are going to do what the government are going to do. You just have to ride the storm. But most people can't do that. Most people are not self-disciplined to do that. If we were in a wartime situation or something of that nature, and you can have no choice about the matter. It's more of a physical thing. This is, well, it doesn't affect me, and I'm okay.
I don't know, mate. I reckon these idiots. I reckon there'd be bombs dropping, and these idiots would still be going out raving because they're that stupid.
See, on the plus side, now autumn's setting in and the weather's starting to turn and it is getting colder. People won't be out as much for as long at night time anyway.
Well, I disagree. I think if the pubs were still open, there would be just as many people out, but there would be less people sitting outside the pub, and they would all be trying to cram inside, which in turn would then make that virus, is spreading quickly now. It will quadruple the infection rate. They're saying that 200 people a day are going to be dying by the middle of October, or no, was it November?
October.
Oh, it was October, wasn't it? Yeah, 200 people a day. That's 1,400 people a week.
Yeah,
that's what they're expecting.
Yeah, but you see them statistics. That's because that they're publicising all the statistics now. But
but that's irrelevant, though, isn't it?
And they done all this back then. How high do you think the figures would have been then?
No, but the figures were lower back then because
that's because they didn't give you the real figures.
No, but they're not on about.
Okay, we've got more real figures now because obviously more testing's been done, so they can. Even then, if you're not testing everybody, you'll never know 100% with accuracy. But they have got more level of accuracy than they had before. So they're trying to offset this. What it basically is people have gone out and used and abused, or have paid no attention to the restrictions of guidelines, and those restrictions and guidelines are now becoming law and enforceable by penalty. And it will get worse. It will get worse and worse until a situation that there's proper daylight. Will it be forever? Well, hopefully it won't be to ever in terms of how we've got it now. You may well have to live with this virus as we do with many other viruses, but as an individual, what can you do? Just get down, keep your nose clean, and get on and do what you need to do. But again, we are all elder statesmen, I suppose, and to a degree, would you be taking it on the chin as we are now 20 years ago? Okay,
but I would.
You're in a long-term relationship. Obviously, you're settled. Yeah, even it's a mindset, isn't it? I mean, I was trying to give some advice to my daughter but try not to give it as advice, because if you give it in directly like that, it can like, well, if you give me, it's like I'm going to push against it. But I try to give it.
For me, 20. Go on.
Well, so to try and give it a bigger picture scenario for them to kind of understand and come to, so that's why that is that. And it had nothing directly to do with Corona. That's it. People rebel against being given less choice, don't they? If they're told what to do, people will just naturally rebel like a teenager would.
I mean, for me, like now, being older and wiser, I do look at all the precautions.
Yeah, you are knocking on a bit, mate.
Right, but 20 years ago, like if it was like 20 years ago.
20 years ago, when you were middle-aged.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I wouldn't give a monkeys. To be fair, I'd be like what the others would be like now. But then that's
we all would, wouldn't we?
Yeah,
you view the world in a
different way. It's hard for the
way.
Teenagers, and the people in the 20s and stuff to like contain themselves. You know,
but they can't because it's just it's not going to be feasible.
If they can't take advice of the parents, they can't take advice of the police, and they can't take advice of the government, then they basically make it lower. Then the only way to punish them is financial. I don't think there's anything in terms of jail time or anything like that, or punishment. Because I think you're worse off in jail in terms of the risk of getting it, ain't you? To be fair, but they have to punish you, but they choose to punish you with a financial, penalty.
Yeah,
which is deterrent, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's all.
If you can't. So if you can't afford the money to go out, you ain't going out, are you? If you've got a fine to pay off.
Well, the fines now are £200, didn't they?
I think
starting and then going up,
once people start getting, once people start getting fined, it will start making other people think, well, hang on a minute, I think I don't want to lose that money, or I haven't got that money to lose, So like
Well,
once you know, people do get caught and are like publicised and fined, you know, I think it will be a bit more of a deterrent. I think it will work in a sense of way. Like I don't say it'll work 100%. I think it will like tone it down.
Your fines are getting doubled and doubled and doubled and doubled, and somebody got a £10,000 fine already. So that's not chicken feed, is it? You know what I mean? That's a significant amount of money. That's going to hurt them for a long time.
Should we talk about the benefits as well of this?
Yeah, go on. Yeah, because there's always pros and cons.
We want more listeners, and we'll become the best internet radio station ever given to man.
Absolutely.
That is the benefit. No, on the whole, the benefit is that obviously the benefit is radio stations will carry on to grow, won't they?
Yeah.
On the whole, because there's nowhere for anyone to go.
I still think there's DJs out there that have had this. I mean, again, we're talking about the UK, so every situation in each country could be completely different to ours or very similar to ours. A lot of Europe is very similar to us. In America, they've still got places where they're kind of open for business. So you've still got mobile DJs and parties and all that kind of stuff going on. I don't know whether the clubs are open, they're probably not, but certainly bars are open. So you've got some level of DJing, and it depends obviously whether you're mobile or do mobiles in clubs and bars, what have you. So there is still a form of DJing going on, but
so America's still got DJs playing out mobile gigs and things like that.
Yes, they do. But yeah, obviously all we can only do is talk about our circumstances here in the UK. That we're in for the long haul of DJs not getting out to play, which means that some DJs may have been holding back in terms of, well, I'll use this as a rest period. I mean, if you're a producer, it's probably absolutely great for you because you've got the time to go out and produce music, and a lot of music starting to come through from producers. But then you still have the itch to gig as well, and there's no outlet. There's no outlet. There's internet.
What it is,
there's streaming.
There's danceparty247.club.
Nicely.
Yeah.
We are the outlet for the entire world. We will be global, or we may not be global, but we're not sure. Wongi, are we going to be global?
But we are global.
But we're up and coming. We're up and coming global international radio station.
Yeah, absolutely. Finished? Next one? Maybe, could be.
So, New Year's Eve, obviously, as things are looking now, no one's going to be out.
Nobody's got a booking today. Everyone's empty diary.
No one's going to be going anywhere or doing anything. There's going to be no real house parties apart from the ones that, you know, with the idiots out there who are going to go and do it anyway. So danceparty247.club will be hosting some sort of virtual festival on New Year's Eve. It will be starting New Year's Eve day all the way through to New Year's Day. We're not quite sure times or anything like that yet. We really haven't put all that into place. But if you're going to be indoors, which probably all of you will be, make sure you get locked to danceparty247.club. To find us on any social media platform, the website, all the links will be down below. Please like, comment, share, and ding that ding dong bell to get notifications. See ya.